What's good, y'all? Happy Saturday. Sweep Saturday.
Sweep Saturday.
LSU baseball finishes the regular season with a sweep over Ole Miss. What a way to go out. We're at Modesto. Abby Alnozo, Anthony Ranaudo, Beyond the Box. One of the last ones of the season. It's been a long season for LSU baseball, but we're just getting started with postseason. And if you're going to go into the postseason after this season, not a better way to do it other than a sweep. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You're not?
No, I am. I'm just trying to.
Normally we're out here a little earlier, but LSU had graduation, so we bumped the show back. The mosquitoes are loving it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm putting the link up on Instagram.
I figured. I don't have a laptop today. Adam's using the laptop, so I'm going to be peeking over at the chat. I know Carl Dunn was in there. What's up, Carl? Appreciate you being here. You got to go to the game today.
I did.
Can you just
yes.
talk a little bit about the environment?
It was good.
Was it packed?
I wouldn't say
No?
packed. I mean, there was a lot of people, but it wasn't packed. It wasn't what I was expecting, honestly. But I think when you're, the record that you are this year, that's kind of to be expected.
They finished
13 and 17 in
They made
SEC.
it to 13. Yep.
Yep.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Ole Miss went 14 and 16 in the SEC the year they won the Natty
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I was talking to somebody at the game. No. I mean, baseball's all about getting hot at the right time. You saw that, Ole Miss probably was not the best team that year, 100%. And yeah, I mean, like I said, if we get to a super regional, so it's going to be obviously dependent on what regional we get to and who we play there. But I love our chances in a 3-game series where you have to win two out of three with Gage Jump and Luke Holman. So, yeah, I like our chances. I really do. If our offense can swing the bats the way we did today, this weekend. Tommy White is getting hot at the right time. Obviously, we're going to talk about him. If Jared Jones and Travinsky can kind of protect him in that lineup, and we can do things with Malam, whatever. It's 56 games into the season. I don't know how to say his name. And the way Larson's playing and things like that, I think we have a shot. 5-6 solid bats in the lineup.
Yeah, and you got to give Tommy his flowers. He broke a record today. Also, grand slam in your last game at Alex Box
only
is
fitting,
poetic.
yeah.
It's so poetic.
He got a nice standing O after his fly out in his last at bat. That was really cool to see.
I saw the bat flip, too. Yeah. Did you see the replay? I mean, you saw it in person. But
yeah, I saw it, yeah.
It was crazy.
Pretty cool.
It's all over Twitter if you're trying to look for it.
I'm not a big fan of the overhand bat flip, though. I don't like that. I'm going to be honest. I'm a big bat flip guy. I love bat flips.
Why not the overhand?
I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just my own thing. I don't know. I like the flips. I like it up.
spin?
I like it up. Yeah, give me the flip up.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
That's like a throw down. It's like an axe throw. I don't know. It's not really a flip up for me.
That's not my thing either, but
Hayden Travinsky is my best of all time. That's the best one. He the follow through, the
season.
drop of the bat. It reminds me of Ken Griffey Jr. from the right side. Ken Griffey Jr. used to do that. He would swing and just like drop the bat down and just stare at the ball. It was the prettiest thing ever. So when Travinsky does it, it's pretty sexy.
Well, maybe we'll see some of that from Travinsky, hopefully in the SEC tournament. But flowers to Tommy White, 74 home runs this season.
Yeah.
Sorry, breaking records.
Right now,
I know
too,
it's
so
hot, mosquitoes,
hot.
but we're here. We're here. 10th in college baseball history. So
yeah, that's pretty badass.
Asset.
Wait, top 10 in all of college baseball history?
Yes,
that's
huge
really cool.
asset for this offense, especially right now.
Tommy White, huge asset. He's the offense.
Okay. I was putting it nicely, but yeah, he is the offense. Gonna need him to stay hot going into this tournament.
Yes.
We were questioning whether LSU was even going to be in Hoover. They will be. I think you have the rankings on here. Is this where it finished?
And I saw something on Twitter that we are facing Georgia the first game. I don't know how true that is and the facts, but
what's that kid's name?
So Tennessee, what?
The guy that just goes yard all the time.
Oh, Charlie Condon. That's right. That's cool. He had another one today. He's got 35 homers. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Tennessee and Kentucky are sharing the SEC overall lead, so they'll be 1 and 2. I don't know what the tiebreaker is there. Arkansas finishes next over A&M, so Arkansas won the West this weekend at A&M. Georgia and Mississippi State are tied with 17 wins. And then Vandy, South Carolina, Florida, LSU, and Bama all have 13 wins, so I don't know how that's going to be decided tiebreaker-wise. And then Ole Miss is in the bottom with 11 wins.
And Auburn and Mizzou.
Going home.
Nice knowing you.
Season over.
Wait, I'm actually surprised that all of those teams have 13 wins.
Yeah, no, it was a weird weekend. Vandy lost 2 out of 3. They could have solidified, a little higher seed. South Carolina got swept by Tennessee. Florida took 2 out of 3 against Georgia, which was interesting because they weren't ranked. Me. Yeah. LSU swept, obviously, to get to 13, and then Bama lost 2 out of 3 versus Auburn. So we thought they were going to –
That one.
Yeah.
How do you lose to Auburn in the –
I don't know. That was yesterday was a wild game. They lost 12-11. They almost came back, and they were down 12-2, and they almost came back and won it. They scored 8 in one inning to get it to 12-10, and then they scored another one the next day. Yeah.
You talk about this all the time about how baseball is crazy, and at any given point, the momentum can switch and change and all kinds of stuff. I mean, hell, look at LSU winning 4 of the last 5 SEC series. Definitely didn't expect that. Again, questioning whether we were going to go to the SEC tournament. Jay made some comments after today's game to the media. Bold statement, to be honest, but he said he believes the team is top 10, 15 in the country, and it's not debatable.
It's definitely debatable because you're not ranked. So it's 100% debatable. There's a lot of people that don't think it. So I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, his opinion is valid to him. That's good.
It's absolutely debatable.
It's definitely debatable.
And I don't know if – I'm going to say this. I don't know if he believes that or if he's just trying to keep the boys rolling into the week.
Wow.
The tournament starts on Wednesday, right? That's why they played Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, which you said Wednesday. So we'll find out. You said you saw Georgia.
I was trying to look on Twitter just now. I couldn't find it.
I told you. It'd be on Twitter.
I saw it on Instagram. LSU Crew put it out there. So, again, I don't know. I don't know where we're at exactly with it, but yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the pitchers. Again, Cade Anderson does not start. Samuel Dutton starts. Jay put in, 7, 8 pitchers?
It was 7 today, yeah.
7?
Yeah.
I asked you before the show, what's the average for a game?
I mean, ideally, you want your starter to go 5 or 6 innings.
Right.
I mean, the game has changed. When I was playing, you want your starter to go 6 or 7 innings, and you want to use as least amount of relievers as possible. You want the starter to shorten the game, and then you want to pitch your 7, 8, and 9 guys, ideally, or 8 and 9, your closer. So you really want 1 or 2 pitchers, ideally. And when I was playing, I think the game has changed, and analytics have proven that, going through the lineup 3 times with a starter isn't as good. So now, different relievers come in and stuff like that. But it's the reason that they changed the rules in the MLB. Every pitcher has to face 3 guys as a minimum because they don't want matchup things. They don't want so many inning changes and prolonging the game and things like that. So they don't have that rule here in college, obviously. And Jay made a ton of pitching changes again today and looked like he was panicking in the 9th inning when they were up 9-3. It was weird. It was a weird feeling.
That's slightly concerning if you're up 9-3 and you're
if you think you're the top 10, 15 team in the country.
It's a bit contradicting, but he is the coach.
Yep.
You brought up an interesting point. Looked at some stats before the show. Thatcher Hurd currently has a 6.82 ERA right now. Last season, after the postseason, remember he went crazy in the postseason, huge part of the Natty win, the Natty run. He finished
that championship game, didn't he? He started the championship game. Yeah.
He finished after the championship with a 5.6, I think 2 or 5.68 ERA.
Yeah.
So, what do we see him step up in the postseason, drop that ERA this year again? Does he take on that role again?
I think what I was saying is 5.6 is not a good ERA.
Right.
So we're not I think he pitched right at the right times for us, right? And we acknowledge him as wow, he helped us win a national championship, but it wasn't like he was a stellar arm for us all year. So he pitched today. I watched him pitch. The stuff is still there, but it's the little things he had a guy 0-2, he throws ball 1, and it probably could have been strike 3, kind of gets flustered a little bit, and he winds up walking the guy, and then Jay takes him out, and, it's just one of those things that he kind of, that's just what he does, I don't know, and that's, I don't know. So, but I think people forget going into the postseason, if you finish with a 5.6 where he pitched well in the postseason, he probably had close to a 6. We were looking for his stats. He probably had a 6-something ERA going into the postseason. So, again, he wasn't a crazy arm for us, but he performed in the postseason. So, he's just another guy that I think is added to this team that gives us a lot of hope going into the postseason. I was sitting with Robbie Olivier today in the suites. We were sitting talking, and we were chopping up the game, and I'm like, dude, if we swing the bats like this, I love our chances going into the postseason because if we can win a regional, I know that's not the easy thing to do, but if we can win a regional, I love our chances in a super because in a 3-game series, I love Gage Jump and Luke Holman against anybody in the country. They are literally that good of starting pitchers. And when you have Tommy White in the middle of your lineup, and if you can get guys on in front of him and protect him behind him, you have a chance to win a series. So baseball's all about getting right at the right time. That's what we were talking about with Ole Miss. So I think LSU does have a chance. I really do. And then, guys like Christian Little and Griffin Herring and Gavin Guidry and Ulola pitched really well today, up to 96 miles an hour. So if those guys are coming out the pen doing that stuff, I really do think we have a chance.
You said when the offense swinging the bats like they were today, obviously Tommy White, but Travinsky had a double in his last at bat, and I mean last game in Alex box. So you
Two
saw
Hayden Travinsky specials. He was ahead on a breaking ball that he just hooked down the line twice for doubles. It's almost like he caps them, but they still like short hop the wall right inside the line. It's like that's a Hayden Travinsky special.
He's done that quite often, actually. I'm getting bit so bad.
Yeah, I know,
right
my
now.
ankles are just torn up right now.
I feel like I just keep like I'm itching myself.
My ankles are torn up.
Okay, so Tommy White, Hayden Travinsky, most definitely last game. Maybe Jared Jones.
Yeah, I mean, there's debate. He's a draft eligible sophomore, so just depends on I think how he does in the postseason too against better pitching, and how he really. I think Hoover is such a big tournament for guys that are going into the draft. There's so many executives and draft people there, just because the SEC is such a powerhouse of a plethora of so many people that are going to get drafted. And there's so many good players there that so many executives go to that tournament, right? So that's the spot that a lot of guys could be seen. So if he does something good against Georgia, that when there's going to be a ton of scouts watching the #1 overall pick, Charlie Condon, right? If they're there watching Charlie Condon and all of a sudden Jared Jones hits 2 bombs and one of them's a tape measure and some scout sees him and plucks him in the first round, he's obviously gone, or second round and he gets, $1.5 million or something like that, $2 million. I think Jared Jones is gone. But if he's 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I think he comes back. I really do. And he kind of tries to follow in that Tommy White footsteps where he makes some adjustments to the breaking balls. He bats, well over 300 and he plays better defense at first base and he becomes a bona fide top 20 pick in the draft next year.
Do you remember your last game or?
You put that on the notes, but I don't. I don't actually. I don't think I do.
What?
I don't. I honestly think, I'm not sure, but this is what I'm saying. I don't remember. So I think my last game in the box, we were playing Mississippi State, and we had to win the game to go to Hoover that year. Same thing. And I think I came out of the bullpen. I would have to check stats. I don't know how you do that, but I think. But that's what I think was my last game. I'm not 100% sure.
Coming out the bullpen in your last game?
Yeah.
And you don't even remember your last game.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember your last start?
Yeah, that was, I mean, my last start was at UCLA in the regional against Trevor Bauer. So, that was
We've talked about that before.
Yeah, that was a memorable one.
Facing all kinds of incredible athletes.
Yeah, sorry if I disappointed you in no story there.
I was looking forward to something.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't. Yeah, I just remember we had to win the game, and we did win it. And I came out of the bullpen. That's all. I think that was my last game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was. I think it was a Saturday night. We had a Saturday night game against Mississippi State. We had to win. It was like a very high-scoring game. Matty Ott was not pitching well. He was our closer. He had taken a line drive off his leg, and I remember I had not pitched well maybe the Friday night that I started or whatever, and I kind of only pitched 3 innings or something like that, 3 or 4 innings, and I ran inside and put my cleats on and came out and told Coach, I was like, put me in the game, let's go, I want to go. And he was like, what? Yeah, so I would have to check the stats.
Talked about that too,
about
you telling him you're going to throw.
I would have to check the stats on that, but I think that's what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Can you do me a favor and check the chat, because I don't have it up?
Yeah, we don't have too many people in there right now.
Oh, you don't have it loaded. Adam.
We do. I mean, I do have it loaded. I don't think there's anybody in there.
No, there definitely were. I saw them on.
I don't see it. What's going on? I'm the chat. I'm supposed to be the chat king.
Loading, chat king. Let's.
Oh, we have 14 people in there. Never mind. It wasn't. All right, it wasn't working for me. I was disappointed. There we go. We do got people in there.
The chat, and he couldn't.
Well, it wasn't working. That wasn't my fault. The internet wasn't working. My opinion on Bear. Think he should come back. I do too, Carl. I really do. Paul Skenes is good at baseball. He is. He throws the ball pretty well. Yeah. What do you have? 12 Ks in his.
11.
11 Ks in his second game.
11. 8 in the first. 6.
He struck out the first 7 batters.
Shit.
He struck out the first 7, and then got 2 ground ball outs through 3 innings, and then I think it was something ridiculous. Yeah, but 11 Ks. He didn't give up a hit.
2
in
pro
6
games,
innings.
2 pro games in, and he's already moving up to could be one of the greatest. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. We've been waiting for him to get called up. He gets called up and does exactly what we expected. So.
Yeah, I think the cool part about Skenes is it's almost like we've seen him and we know who he is, and now the whole world's getting to see him. Like, I was in, I have a fantasy baseball group chat, and everybody was like, "Wow, Skenes is real." I'm like,
we saw that.
I've been telling you guys about this. Like, I told you how good he was. Like, I wasn't blowing smoke. I wasn't wearing the LSU like blinders. Like, I remember going to his first start last year and like tweeting and then writing an article about it on our website and being like, this is something completely different I'm not like just being like, oh, this is a good LSU ace. This is like generational college baseball, like could be the best pitcher I've ever seen in my life type thing. Like literally, I pitched in the major leagues, saw some really good major leaguers, played with some really good major leaguers. That dude was the best pitcher I've ever seen play baseball. Like I'm not blowing smoke. Yeah.
I forget that we live in a bubble, kind of, the LSU bubble, and that people aren't used to seeing that. Right. Like, I wasn't surprised by Skenes. We bet on it. We only took him for 8 Ks.
Yeah, I know. You didn't let me take him for 9.
I know. And he had 11.
I did say, what did I say? I said he's going to have 10. He's going to have at least 10 in 5 innings.
He did.
And he did.
And I was like, 9's a lot.
I cashed in on a lot of stuff. I took his early win prop. I took him to get the win. I took him for 7 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts. Yeah, that was it. Should have taken him for under hits.
Look, he's got me betting again. I took LSU and ULL the other day for a parlay. Won some money there. Won some money on Skenes. You know what I was about to do? Settle down. I was about to plug your Substack.
Making me bet.
I said he's got me betting. I'm winning money because I'm tailing his bets, and he has a Substack that if you guys want to follow his bets, you can subscribe to that and make some money too. I was plugging you. Be nice.
You weren't being nice, so people weren't going to listen to you.
Goodness. Yeah. Okay.
I had another good day betting today, too.
I didn't look at the bets today. I didn't place a bet today. That's unfortunate. I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I did good.
I'll try again tomorrow.
Did good. If the Diamondbacks score another run, I'll be doing really good today, too.
Damn. I missed the email?
Yeah, I gave 3 of them out today, actually.
Yeah, I missed the
email.
Gave
3 of them out, but I'm a little nervous because the Diamondbacks only have 2 right now, bottom 8, so they have 2 more at bats, but got a runner on second with 1 out, so we'll see.
Dude, Adam, you had a parlay?
Let's go.
Skenes 10, Joe hit single in the third.
Oh no.
Oh damn.
You took him and then forgot to place it. I hate that.
You've done that a couple times this week. I kind of went crazy on home runs this week. I had Shohei and what is that guy's name?
Oh yeah.
This was
what
the
is
most
that guy's name?
No, because it
Mike
was
Yastrzemski.
Yeah, him. He line read and
I literally told. I was like,
it's either going to be Matt Chapman
or Mike Yastrzemski are hitting a home run today, just by reading the odds. And she was like, I'm going to put it on my. I was like,
$10.
I was like, don't do that. And then sure enough, I'm like, head down. And then later on in the day, the game, I'm like, dude, Mike Yastrzemski just hit a home run. I'm like, what is actually happening?
I was working on my computer.
I was like, oh my god.
Crazy. Sports betting picking back up. So again, he's got a TikTok, Substack. Make sure you go subscribe and follow. I've had people ask me all week. I'm not kidding on this. From last weekend's Beyond the Box here, we had a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue with the weather, and it cut out right in the middle of you giving your answer for who your Mount Rushmore is for LSU pitchers, and it didn't even air what you said about LSU batters. So, can you give us your Mount Rushmore for LSU pitchers first?
LSU pitchers?
Yes.
First, I got to go with the GOAT, Ben McDonald.
Yes.
I think he's first and foremost. Never won a national championship here, but I think he did everything else that you could possibly imagine on a resume. Yeah. Golden Spikes winner, first overall pick, pitched for the Olympic team, All-American, everything. He was a god. So, yeah, he set the strikeout record. God. He was a god until this guy named Paul Skenes came and broke his record. Until last year. So, even though Paul Skenes was only here 1 year, I'm putting him on Mount Rushmore as well. One of the most historic college baseball seasons. When I was looking up Thatcher Hurd's stats, I looked at Skenes' stats again, and I was just like, ugh. Like, it was disgusting. Anyway, 209 strikeouts and 122 innings, stupid stuff, 13 wins. I don't even know how he gave up 60-something hits in 120. I don't even know. I really don't. But unbelievable stats, and he won the national championship, kind of led that team. It was the leader, him and Cruz. So he's on my Mount Rushmore, even though he's only wore the LSU uniform for 1 year. Number 3, I have Lewis Coleman. I'm a little biased because I played with him, but Lewis had 2 incredible years here at LSU, and then the year before that, he had some innings pitching his first 2 years. He was like a midweek starter his freshman year, but really his junior and senior year were absolutely historic. His junior year, he was a big part of the 23 game win streak. He was our closer and just came on as this electric, like, side armor, different angle, and he was absolutely electric. Went 8-1 that year, and then he turned down some money to come back for his senior year, which I think is a pretty big thing to just be on Mount Rushmore for. And as a senior, then becomes the SEC Pitcher of the Year, and we win the national championship. He wins 14 games. He comes out of the bullpen for 9 games, and he starts 15, just stupid stuff. So Lewis Coleman was our Saturday guy that year, but he was the glue to that staff and the leader for us and that kind of stuff. And then I got to go. I think I give it to Aaron Nola. But I would say Aaron Nola, Alex Lang, 1A, 1B. Their numbers, neither one of them won a national championship, but both of them were on historic teams. I think Aaron was on the team that won the most games in LSU baseball history, and Alex was on the 2017 team that made it to the championship game against Florida and fell just a little bit short. But both of them won 30 games in their college career, which is absolutely unheard of. And I think Alex had his number 3 in strikeouts. Aaron was 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Year, both of them first rounders. So, I mean, both of them I think are solidified in LSU baseball history. So that's my Mount Rushmore, 4 and change.
Ben McDonald, Paul Skenes, Lewis Coleman, and
I'll give Aaron Nola
4A, 4B.
I'll give Aaron Nola the nod.
Aaron Nola
the nod.
All right, hitters. I don't remember who you said. Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Number 1, I think it's Dylan Cruz.
Okay, that's the same. Yeah.
Numero uno, the GOAT, I think, of LSU baseball. I really do believe that. 2-time SEC Player of the Year. His numbers I looked at just now too, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Batted over 4 something. Like, it was ridiculous. And then he was on base for a year and a half straight, like every game that he played. Something ridiculous. And then obviously number 2 overall pick, wins a national championship. Turned down, could have been a first rounder out of high school, but wanted to come to LSU. I think he's just a legend, just literally a legend. And then Eddie Furness, 2-time national champion, college baseball player of the year. I guess Dylan was too. He was the Golden Spikes player of the year. Eddie Furness was national player of the year. He's one of 2 people that have their number retired at Alex Box Stadium, and then played pro ball as well. And then Blake Dean, I have in there as a national champion, and just came back for his senior year. I think that's a big decision for guys, when they have an opportunity to go play pro ball and they come back for their senior year to try to repeat or make a name for themselves, their school, and do something monumental. So I think Blake Dean is in there. He's top 3 in pretty much every category at LSU. One of the best hitters I've ever seen, and he was on our 09 national championship team. And then I got to go with Todd Walker as well, part of the 93 national championship team, I believe. So he's got a ring. He is the other player whose number is retired at Alex Box Stadium, and just one of the best, major league players after LSU as well. Obviously this list is different if you say who has the best major league career, right? There's different players like DJ LeMahieu, I think, is probably one of the best major league players. Alex Bregman had a great LSU career too, but just the things that they're doing in the major leagues are a little different. But these are my LSU Mount Rushmore guys.
Pretty good Mount Rushmores. I'm not kidding. I had about 4 or 5 people over the course of this past week ask me what your answers were because the stream cut off. I was like, we'll have to run it back because I can't remember. But there you go.
Those are them.
All right, so SEC tournament starts on Wednesday. We will, playing Georgia. That'll be official tomorrow, I'm sure. All the brackets and everything will start coming out. What?
I was just reading them. Carl Dunn said honorable mention Rick Green, Scott Schultz, and Paul Bird. Paul Bird pitched like 18 years in the show too. Like, that dude was, legend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those guys are definitely up there. Carl, your mom also says hello. She's in the chat. I don't know if she says hello, but she said mom here.
I'm sorry, I forgot to call you earlier. Thank you for tuning in.
Unbelievable.
I know, I'm
Call
horrible.
Your mom
I know. I'm so bad about it.
Alex Black says, "What up, y'all? Go Tigers! How were the meals today that I delivered?" Yeah, sorry we missed you, dude. I think I missed you by like 5 or 10 minutes. Shout out to Alex Black, part of Fresh Chef Kitchen. You guys heard me talk about them before. One of our sponsors, one of our people that help us kind of keep this stuff going. meal prep, family, bulk meals, all kinds of stuff. They have individual meals at their airline location. Make sure you guys go check them out. We'll make sure we have the website in the show notes, but great meal prep company. And then I had Shane Sershin on my podcast last week. So if you guys want to check that out, he's the founder, owner of Fresh Chef. And you can find out a little bit more about him, his journey, and the company as well, which is really cool.
These bugs are killing me.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap it up soon.
Carl Dunn said Eddie Furness, Todd Walker, Jason Williams. Wow. And Dylan Cruz. No Blake Dean, huh, Carl Dunn?
Carl, you're like a history book, an LSU sports history book. You just pull out stats and names.
Damn, is this our last? Is this going to be our last one? We need to have Carl on the show. He needs to be here with us.
We're working on some stuff for the SEC tournament, as well as hopefully the postseason. Bringing me to my,
hopefully,
I guess, final question. What are the odds that we host?
Host?
Yeah.
None.
0,
yeah.
Right?
That's why there were standing ovations for everybody today. Yeah, nobody. Sure. No, there's no shot we host. Even if we win the tournament, there's no shot we host. Baseball America came out with the rankings or the projections, and we were not even in it. We weren't even in the first 4 out before this weekend. So I don't think we've even solidified a guaranteed regional. I don't think we're guaranteed. I think we got to go there and play. I think LSU gets in as a 3 seed right now. I really do. Because I think LSU makes people money. That
is where that question came from, because they know that they make money.
We don't host though. No shot. We're not even close to the top 16.
They can't even swing that. There's no
I don't care if you
argument.
I don't care if you sweep 5 games in a row in the SEC tournament. I don't think there's a shot. I don't think.
I don't know. The NCAA likes their money, so and LSU brings in a lot of money, so.
I could be wrong, but I don't believe there's any shot.
There's literally a 0.0001% chance that we host, but I did want to ask that.
But
question.
Jay Johnson thinks we're the top 10, 15, which means we would host, right?
And it's not debatable. It's not debatable, y'all. But again, what a way to end the regular season. It's been a hell of a ride. But now it starts over, SEC tournament, and then you're back to 0 record, clean slate. Hopefully they turn it around. Again, we saw Ole Miss do it in 2022. Win the whole thing. It'd be freaking insane.
I hope so. I really do. And
it would be insane to see LSU.
Yeah. I hope Jay is coming from a perspective of maybe this team is bored, right? Like they just want to get to the postseason. It was like the Golden State Warriors, and they were bored during the regular season. They just wanted to get to the postseason and they turned it on. So maybe that's where the comment's coming from, where Jay is they're top 10 or 15. Hey, we just been sleeping all year. We just needed to get to the tournament. Now we're just going to be the best team. We're going to go win everything. They're going to sweep the SEC tournament. They're going to go to the regional, kill it, go to the super, win in 2. We're going to host a super. That's what's going to happen. Is we're going to go to a regional. Whoever we're matched up against is going to lose, and we're going to wind up hosting a super, and then we're going to go to Omaha, and Jay Johnson, they're going to repeat, and that's how it's going to go. And we're going to carry Jay Johnson on our shoulders after one of our shows. It's going to be great.
Yeah, make sure we timestamp that so we can clip it for later use. Anthony just predicted the rest of the season for y'all.
This is I told you, this is the LSU Invitational, the SEC tournament. I don't know anything else other than winning at the SEC tournament.
Flex again.
Yeah, I will.
We've talked to him and Maneri about that. They don't
know
how
SEC
to lose
tournaments
in the
have you
SEC
won?
tournament.
I'm just asking.
None. 0. I've never been.
I'm happy about my SEC championships. It was fun. They were fun bus rides.
It's an accomplishment. The bus rides.
They used to make us.
That's what he remembers.
They used to make us shower in a. We would shower at a high school facility after the games before we got on the bus. It was pretty wild, yeah.
Wait, what? Why
didn't
Hoover
High School? I think there was no showers at the fields, the Hoover fields. It was weird. Yeah, and then most of the games you had to. Well, after all the games, we would just go back to the hotel because we all stayed in the hotel there. We would just get on the bus and go back to the hotel. But then obviously we weren't going to sit on the bus for 7 hours after the game in our uniform, so we had to go find somewhere to shower before we hit the road. And we just went to a random
high school.
Yeah, we did. It was pretty wild. Yeah.
That's what you remember from your SEC?
No, I remember winning the championship. That's what I just talked about first. I was just saying. Yeah, we dogpiled. And that's what Maneri was saying. Remember, he was like, "Oh, they say it doesn't matter." He's like, "Why do the people dogpile after the championship?" Because it does matter.
How many dog piles have you been a part of?
Oof.
Is it actually claustrophobic in there? Have you been at the bottom?
Yeah. Did I never tell you that story?
No.
Okay, so. All right, my first dog pile.
He's got more. Okay,
my first dog pile was I got to throw the last pitch at old Alex Box Stadium. We were playing UC Irvine to go to Omaha during the 23-game win streak. I get the last out. It's a ground ball back to me. I throw it over to Buzzy. Buzzy catches it and then Sean Ochinka was catching. He comes up and jumps in my arm, and then we're on the bottom of the dog pile. So I was on the bottom of that one. Yeah, brutal. Absolutely terrible. That was my first dog pile since high school when we won the state championship when we dog piled then.
I just lost my breath about thinking of being at the bottom of that.
Oh, it was bad. It was, I was like, oh boy, this is tough. It is scary a little bit. You're like, all right guys, let's get off.
Get
off. So wait till I tell you the story about get off. Like, this is funny. Watch. It gets better. So that was my freshman year. Sophomore year, we dogpiled. Oh, I guess my freshman year, actually, we dogpiled again in Hoover when we won the SEC tournament. So that was my second one. I don't remember where I was at on that one. I think I was just more on the outside because I was like, I'm not going to be on the bottom of that again. That was dumb. And so if I have a choice when I'm running out, I'm going to be on the outside. So, but then sophomore year comes around, we win the SEC championship again, and I was on that. I was like, didn't want to get hurt, so we were on the top of it. But then national championship, DJ and I are like, yo, let's get out there and get on the bottom. Who cares? Like, let's just do it. So we were in the dugout, DJ and I, and we sprint out to meet Micah and Lewis at the bottom of the dog pile. Again, bad decision, but there was so much adrenaline. You win the national championship, you don't even care. It was awesome. So I was on the bottom of that dog pile. Funny story, too. DJ and I, when we're doing our victory lap, there was the LSU fans in left field. And so DJ's from Michigan, and he was a Packers fan. And so I was like, the walls were kind of big, and all the LSU fans were up there. And I was like, dude, you want to do a Lambo leap into the stands? He was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So we go up, like, everybody's high-fiving, and we see some of the students, and we're like, yo, we're going to jump up with you. And they're like, what? We're like, just catch us. We're going to go run and climb the wall and come up into the stands with you. And they were like, yeah, let's go, fuck yeah. And so we go, like, out into the middle of the outfield, not middle of the outfield, but, like, behind the warning track, right, get a running start. We, like, climb the wall and, like, spin and sit in the crowd with everybody, and we were just, like,
There's
Lambo
a
leaping.
Picture of that?
It was 2009. No.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty G.
It would have been awesome. It was awesome. It was a memory that I'll never forget for my whole life. So DJ and I did that. That was really cool in that celebration. But then this one is really good. So my junior year, we only got one dog pile. So my freshman... my sophomore year, we dogpiled again to go to Omaha. So we dogpiled 3 times my sophomore year. So twice my freshman year, 3 times my sophomore year. Then my junior year, we go to the SEC tournament. I get the last out. Remember, that was the story Maneri was telling, right? So I get the last out on a strikeout. I'm on the bottom of the dog pile again. Micah and I are, like, sitting face to face, and we're just like, dude, this is awesome. Like, and I was in a good position. Yeah.
Face to face.
We're just face to face sitting. I was like, you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, me too. I was like, I got my arm braced. Everything's good. My hand was on the ground, though. Since I got the last out, the camera, like ESPN camera, is on me. As that happens, Mikey Matuk comes and jumps on my hand and jumps into the pile. I was like, fuck, ow, that hurt. So then he falls off of the pile, and now he's landed
back
on my hand. And so my other hand, I grab his calf, and I'm trying to, like, calf squeeze him. And I'm like, get off, get off, get off, get off. But, like, look at the lips, get off. It looked like I was saying F, 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 F. And so the next morning, literally, or the next Friday, so that was, we won on Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was for the SEC tournament. The next Friday, we are in the UCLA Regional, and Friday is the Not Top 10 on SportsCenter. I wake up to messages. The Not Top 10. I was number 2 on Not Top 10. They show me celebrating and striking out the last batter and being like, yeah, and like whatever, right? They were like, super happy here. Let's fast forward, 35 seconds, and they do the fast forward thing, and they're like, not so happy here, and they blurred out my mouth thinking I was saying the F word or whatever. Yeah, and I had so many messages. People were like, dude, you're number 2. You're number 2 on Not Top 10. You're number 2 on Not Top 10. I was like, wow, that's hilarious. I was like, I wasn't even saying the F word for once because I do say the F word a lot.
Wait, that's iconic. You weren't in the top 10. You were on the not top 10.
Not top 10. Yeah, not top 10. Yeah.
For something they misconstrued.
Yeah, but I didn't tell him. So.
Figures.
Rocky,
Lots
my
of
brother's
dog
in
piles.
here. Rocco.
We got some fam hanging out.
Rocco Ranaudo. Isn't that a great name?
It is.
Yeah, Carl
Nice
said I was there in
alliteration.
Omaha in 2009. Went to Barrett's after that. Yeah, we did. We stayed at Barrett's for a while.
What's Barrett's?
That was the LSU bar, and that's the one that we went to. This like a basement place, all our family, friends, everybody, and we
yeah.
drank a bunch of water because we had to hydrate.
I was gonna say, are you supposed to say that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody knows what we were drinking. Yeah. But that was the first time I drank all year. How about that? I didn't drink my junior year. I mean, my sophomore year at all. But I drank when we won the national championship. So
You earned it.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
I think it was just beer, Michelob Ultra. But whatever. I hadn't drank in a long time, so I was feeling
Lightweight?
good. Yeah, I was feeling good.
A little lightweight?
Yeah. My girlfriend and her family were there. My family couldn't be there. My dad couldn't be there because he tore his patella tendon. So he went to every game my freshman and sophomore year, went to Omaha my freshman year, and he couldn't go when we won the national championship because he tore his patella tendon. Fell off a ladder at my house in between because he was at the super regionals and he went home. And in between super regionals and national Omaha, he fell off a ladder and tore his patella tendon. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but my girlfriend's family was there, so that was those were my reps.
There you go.
Shout out Deanne Algo.
I'm looking.
Which story, Rock?
Oh.
Didn't know which story. The not top 10 story?
I'm guessing that's what it was.
I would imagine, yeah.
All right. You ready to wrap?
You're done. I can tell you're
It's
ready.
10
You've been
o'clock.
trying to.
I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes.
Abby's like, I'm done. It doesn't matter. There's just people in the chat and asking questions.
No. That's what I was looking at. Is there any questions
No, yeah.
in the chat?
Abby wants to go, guys, so get your questions
getting
in.
eaten up by mosquitoes.
Abby's done.
I'm so
She's
sorry.
putting in the towel.
Stop it.
Throwing in the towel. She's done.
I'm not throwing in the towel. I don't quit.
Rock, thanks for being here. Mama Alonzo, thanks for being here.
Appreciate the fam and friends, everybody who showed up to Modesto.
Yes.
Hanging out in the chat. It's been a
kinda hard
long
to see.
season.
I can see arms waving. There we go.
Actually cannot. I
don't know
see
how you
people
can see because
moving.
I'm using my brim of my hat to be able to see.
Well, I can see movement. That's about it. These lights
Yeah.
are real freaking bright.
Yeah.
I hear y'all too. It's been a long season. Lots of moving parts. Lots of failed shows. Technical difficulties.
Failed shows.
Yeah, when
Just
we
a
would
learning
literally
experience.
try to go live and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
But we made it. We made it through the regular season. Hopefully we've got some exciting stuff cooked up for y'all during the postseason, fingers crossed.
Yep.
And maybe the SEC tournament too. But we appreciate y'all for the support. Modesto for hosting us every weekend. Don Juan's for hosting us after midweeks. And we're excited to see how we can continue to grow this thing. Anything else you want to add?
Carl Dunn said he would love to come on. So
Carl, we would love to have
Yes.
you. Would love
Todd
it.
P 2511 said thank y'all. Thank you guys for being here. This has been really fun. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on social and everything, and we'll be in touch. My computer's about to die too, so it's actually good timing.
Perfect. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We are putting out some awesome content. Grace Kelly just did a reaction to Brian Kelly, her father. All the memes
father.
and tweets about him on the internet, which is pretty cool. But we've got some exciting stuff coming up, so make sure you subscribe. We appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all soon.